You knew Cheryl Swoopes was going to add her 2 cents here. She wanted Caitlin Clark to stand in there and keep in mind, Angel Reese is what, 6'4", Caitlin Clark's 6 foot. And and she got a problem with the fact that Aaliyah Boston grabbed Angel Reese. Well, Caitlin Clark's walking away. Why the hell are you going to grab her? Cheryl Swoopes is she can't help it.
Cheryl Swoopes is making headlines once again. And no, it's not because she's found calm or clarity. This time, she's back with another heated critique of Caitlin Clark, delivered with the intensity of a soap opera performance. The latest, Spark? A controversial flagrant foul by Clark on Angel Reese during Indiana's dominant 93-58 win over the Chicago Sky. A game that looked like a personal showcase for Clark. Reese went up for a layup, but Clark shut it down with authority, sending Reese to the floor. The referees deemed it a flagrant foul, and Reese picked up a technical for her reaction. Meanwhile, Swoopes was already crafting her next pointed commentary, likely titled something along the lines of Caitlin Clark, America's troublemaker. Do you think Cheryl Swoopes is overreacting? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Cheryl, do you agree with both Clark and Reese saying this was a basketball play, or was this flagrant foul bigger than that?
I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. Yep, I thought the refs got it right. My thing with that was, Steph did it.
Well, I knew it wouldn't be long before Cheryl hating Swoopes show her head on this situation between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Knowing that her hatred for Caitlin Clark runs deep, but you will not believe what she said today.
It all unfolded during what was expected to be another exciting rivalry matchup between Indiana and Chicago. But this time, Caitlin Clark made it clear she wasn't holding back. As Angel Reese drove to the basket, Clark stepped in, made contact, and wrapped her up tightly to prevent the shot. Reese hit the floor hard, the kind of play that sent shockwaves across social media. What stood out even more was Clark's reaction. No celebration, no taunting, just a calm turn and walk away, as if she had somewhere more important to be. No drama, just focus and a statement, win.
I don't think Caitlin Clark is wrong for walking away, but I also have no issue saying she shouldn't have. Someone saying she shouldn't have, because if you've played ball, you know that sometimes if you're gonna go and intentionally foul somebody, and you know that they could react, you deal with it.
That walk-off, instantly iconic. Clark committed the foul, ignored the drama, and walked away like she had more important things on her schedule. Which, honestly, she probably did. Meanwhile, Reese popped up with intensity, clearly fired up and ready to respond, but Clark was already heading back to the huddle, calm and unbothered, like a seasoned pro navigating a press conference after a headline-grabbing moment. It was ice cold, deliberate, and to half the arena, absolutely legendary. The other half booed like she had just canceled their favorite show. Either way, the clip went viral in record time, faster than a baby goat slipping on ice.
Returns to the Gills Arena podcast. Bigger, better, more delusional, more foolish than ever. Cheryl Swoopes, welcome back, Cheryl. We missed you over here. Caitlin Clark delivered a hard foul, and she walked away. It was a basketball play. Foul, you're not getting this layup. Walked away. That's it. Angel Reese stands up.
Before Reese could turn that burst of emotion into an on-court showdown, Aaliyah Boston stepped in, like a character from a streaming drama trying to stop a bar fight. In her attempt to play peacemaker, she gave Reese a slight push backward. Whether intentional or not, it added just enough chaos to turn the moment into a full-blown scene. Whistles blew, players braced, and the crowd rose to their feet like it was the finale of a Broadway show. This wasn't just basketball. It was Live theater, and the drama was thick. Enter Cheryl Swoopes, stage left. Let's be honest, Swoopes doesn't just comment on Caitlin Clark. It's practically a running series. Every game, every gesture, every foul is logged and analyzed like she's building a case file. After the Reese foul, Swoopes went all in on her podcast, accusing Clark of acting like she runs the league. Which is ironic, considering Clark essentially does, driving ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership. But sure, let's debate her. Posture.
Cheryl Swoopes is so jealous of Caitlin Clark, and she will advocate violence on Caitlin Clark. She was on Gil's Arena's podcast talking about how she was cool with the foul, but she wasn't cool because Caitlin Clark walked away from Angel Reese when Angel Reese was chasing her and Aaliyah Boston had to step in. And mind you, she had a problem with Aaliyah Boston stepping in. So she wanted Caitlin Clark to stand there and get hit by Angel Reese. And also on top of that, now she's advocating for the All-Star game to be removed from Indiana.
You know that one relative who always has an opinion, whether you asked for it or not, about everything from your job to your outfit. That's Cheryl Swoopes when it comes to Caitlin Clark. The moment that foul happened, you could practically hear Cheryl cracking her knuckles, ready to fire off another monologue. And sure enough, within hours, her hot take was out. Fiery enough to put jalapenos to shame. Subtle? Never. She jumped on Gil's Arena like she was holding receipts and starring in her own personal saga. Swoopes didn't hold back. I don't have a problem with the foul, she said. My issue was with all the other stuff. Translation? She was upset that Clark didn't stick around for a confrontation. According to Swoopes, if you light the match, you're supposed to stay for the fire. Because in her eyes, Clark's real offense wasn't the foul. It was having the composure to walk away without turning it into a spectacle.
Cheryl Swoopes wants to see degenerate activity. Cheryl Swoopes wants to see bottom of the barrel activity. Cheryl Swoopes wants to see a bunch of nonsense taking place on the court. Cheryl, if it was a hard foul, why would Angel Reese get up the way she did? If it was just a hard foul, just a basketball play, why would Angel Reese get up the way she did?
Then came the signature move, the classic Swoopes double standard argument. She claimed that if Angel Reese or any other player had committed the same foul, the reaction would have been explosive. But because it was Clark, the outrage was, in her words, watered down and selectively muted. According to Swoopes, Caitlin Clark is the league's golden child, shielded from criticism and living in a media-made bubble. Never mind that Clark takes hard hits every game and still faces relentless scrutiny from a large portion of the media. But sure, let's frame her as the untouchable star, while overlooking the fact that she's also the one taking elbows and backlash on a near-daily basis.
Caitlin, if you're going to foul, stand on it, Caitlin! Stand on it! What do they say in The Wizard of Oz? What did the lion say? Put them up, put them up! Is that what Cheryl Swoopes wanted to take place? Do these people just want to see Caitlin Clark get physically hurt? Did we not see her get physically hurt enough last year? Let's play a game of make-believe. Caitlin Clark, instead of walking away, instead of getting pulled away by her teammate, yeah, we'll get into it, she stands there. And what happens? Angel Reese yokes Caitlin Clark up, showing how mentally of a midget she is, showing how immature she is, showing how much of a degenerate she is. Is that what you wanted to take place, Cheryl?
Let's be clear. Cheryl Swoopes is a 4-time WNBA champion and an undisputed legend of the game. Her place in basketball history is cemented. But lately, her commentary on Caitlin Clark is starting to feel less like analysis and more like a running subplot in a never-ending drama. At this point, her fixation has more story arcs than a daytime soap. When Clark was breaking records, Swoopes brushed it off. When Clark was draining logo threes like layups, Swoopes challenged the level of competition. Honestly, If Clark walked on water, Swoopes might ask if she could swim.
I mean, she got so much hate in her heart for this 6-foot white girl that's playing in the league, dominating everything.
Fans aren't missing it. They've seen the pattern. What once looked like critical analysis now feels like a personal vendetta. The kind of relentless focus that makes you wonder if Caitlin Clark accidentally took Cheryl Swoopes' parking spot one day. While Clark continues to make history and push the game forward, Swoopes seems stuck in a loop. Downplay, discredit, repeat. And the irony? It's sharp. This is the same Cheryl Swoopes who once helped carry the WNBA through its early years. Now she's publicly dragging its most marketable young star, as if Clark's success is somehow a threat. Swoopes says she wants the league to grow, but only on her terms. Only if the spotlight shines where she believes it should. And heaven forbid a 22-year-old from Iowa comes in and starts selling out arenas faster than some teams can refresh their social media feeds.
It's amazing how different somebody like Cynthia Cooper is to Cheryl Swoopes. They played together, but the difference in the hateration, the pettiness, the jealousy that comes from one former player versus the other former player is stark.
You asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year, then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record?